Investors in People is all about enabling businesses to execute on their strategy through their people. Investors in People creates the opportunity for us to focus on those people practices that enables the execution.
Moving from being an assessment tool to actually being a business tool is one of the most exciting things that IIP could have done. If you look at what you're trying to achieve through your assessment, if you could now turn that around and help people in developing to achieving those standards, it will make a huge difference.
We were not a high performance culture before. It took us years to get to high performance. We walked that journey with Investors in People from 2003, when we started first with Investors in People. And we could see the culture changing completely because, remember, we were not a winning organization at that stage. And it was aspirational. And we walked the journey together with our people. And I think 90% of the people are still with us to make it a winning culture.
When we first implemented Investors in People standard, our approach to training and development changed dramatically. So we went on a journey saying, how can we make training and development easier for the IT people? And how can we eliminate some of the gates that are usually there in terms of training? And one of the ways was, let's get a blend of solutions that are really accessible to the people.
I've benefited a lot. The company investing in us, they help us as well grow. Last year I've achieved myself a diploma in admin, and the company was helping me. I have seen a difference, especially in being free to speak and voicing out, and knowing that when you voice out something, somebody's going to listen and do something about it.
What IIP have done has given me such a framework to stimulate the thinking of knowledge workers. One needs to keep them entrepreneurial, one needs to give them the freedom to operate within and hone their deep capabilities and skills, because they need to carry that into the client's office. In our world, our products has very much become commoditized, and one of the big differentiators for us as an organization are obviously our people and them being specialized. So the framework has helped me from a strategic perspective to improve the skills of my people on a consistent basis.
When the feedback was given for one specific business that didn't achieve the standard, we obviously facilitated a reassessment process, but in that time this business head was also transferred to another business unit, and he insisted on having Investors in People implemented in his business unit. So even though his business didn't make it, and then after the reassessment they did make it, I think the value for us was the benefit and the whole Investors in People experience. He could manage to pull through to the new business, and he could see the value in having it implemented there.
It's a saying that we have in the business is, if you work for Glacier, you should have the opportunity to do the best work of your life. And that manifests in how our callers into the call center experience, the service that they receive. They speak to a person who's really empowered. Our biggest gain was actually going through that assessment period, because people found it very motivating. It was a very healthy process for us to actually reflect on what the business was doing in terms of people practices. People came to me and said, I also want to participate.
Previously, we didn't really have a specific feedback mechanism to the executive members. Now we've had this enabled us to give feedback on a structured basis to the ExCo members. SPF has actually consistently outperformed other business units in terms of climate surveys recently, in terms of our people practices. So I definitely believe it is because of the Investors in People exposure that we've had on very detailed business unit level.
Without IIP's assistance, I don't think we would have been as successful as we are currently.
With Advotech Schools Division being a listed company, we have to comply with good corporate governance, and obviously we have to be responsible and show areas of ethical management. Investors in People is definitely assisting us in making people more socially aware, making people more accountable, aligning people to performance measures, and obviously seeing a wonderful result for all of us at the end of the day. We are actually able to develop a kind of magic and almost generate a return on a return of an investment.